Hello, friends. As the first light of dawn breaks over the Florida Everglades, a mist drapes itself over the swamps like a ghostly veil. The air is thick with humidity, buzzing with insects, and the earthy scent of churned mud. Everything feels alive yet eerily quiet, like nature itself is holding its breath. Somewhere in that silence, danger lurks. Then it happens. A Florida farmer, weary from sleepless nights, stumbles upon a sight that makes his blood run cold. A massive nest of feral pigs right in the middle of his property. These aren't your average barnyard hogs. These are 200-pound invaders, thick-skinned, razor-tusked beasts tearing through his crops and wetlands, leaving ruin in their wake. For this man, it's not just an inconvenience, it's war. As dusk falls, he and his team of hunters prepare for a night that will test every ounce of their resolve. Engines growl, dogs bark in anticipation, and rifles gleam under the fading light. The team isn't out for sport. They're fighting for survival, for livelihood, and for the land they love. Further south in Fort Myers, near the muddy edges of Lake Okeechobee, the situation is even worse. Feral pigs here are public enemy number one. They move through Florida's farms like a hurricane, leaving destruction worth tens of millions in their path. According to the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission, they cause over $50 million in damage each year, devouring corn, peanuts, and sugarcane fields like locusts. Local farmers tell stories of waking up to fields that look like they've been shelled by artillery. One farmer alone reports losing over $10,000 every season, and that's just from a few dozen hogs. The numbers are staggering, the emotional toll even higher. But perhaps the greatest damage is to Florida's fragile ecosystem. The Everglades, a unique wetland stretching as far as the eye can see, is being torn apart. Native plants vanish under the boar's hooves, ground-nesting birds lose their eggs, and diseases spread to livestock. Each passing month, the balance of this iconic wilderness tips further into chaos. John, a third-generation farmer, has had enough. His fields look like a battlefield, and he refuses to let history repeat itself. Alongside a seasoned hunting guide, he's gearing up for the fight of his life. Their arsenal includes quite 243 rifles, 12-gauge shotguns, and even armored ATVs to plow through the swamp's muddy labyrinth. Tonight, nothing will stop them, not even the Everglades themselves. The sun sets in fire-red streaks, and the dogs begin to howl. Their noses twitch as they catch the scent. The hovercraft engines roar to life, slicing through the mist. Suddenly, from a tangle of roots and reeds, a hulking shadow bursts forth, a 200-pound boar charging head-on. John raises his rifle, heart pounding, breath steady. One shot cracks through the air. The beast falls, kicking up dust and water. Silence returns, but only for a moment, because this is no game. This is Florida's front line. Down in Louisiana, the battle rages differently. During harvest season, wild boars invade cornfields, fields in the dead of night, uprooting rows and destroying soil that took months to cultivate. Studies estimate they cost the US over $2.5 billion annually, and Louisiana stands among the hardest hit states. Here, hunters rely not only on rifles, but on patience, strategy, and centuries-old methods. Some still take to the field with spears, an ancient, primal art that demands courage and precision. To face a 300-pound boar up close with nothing but a spear is to test your very will to live. When the weapon strikes true, it's not just a hunt. It's a testament to human tenacity. Modern hunters, however, use drones to patrol the fields from above. In 2017 alone, Louisiana's drone program helped eliminate over 10,000 wild hogs within key agricultural zones. Technology is transforming the battle, allowing farmers to see what once hid in the shadows. Trapping also plays a major role, using fermented corn bait, a potent lure with a 70% success rate. Hunters set massive steel cages in strategic locations. The scent of the corn, aged 3 to 5 days, drifts through the night, irresistible to any passing boar. But traps must be perfect. A misaligned door or poorly cleared grass can mean total failure and a vengeful animal waiting in ambush. Across the ocean, in the scorching deserts of Arabia, the story takes on an even more extreme tone. Here, under 120-degree heat, hunters battle wild boars that have adapted to one of the harshest environments on Earth. In a 24-hour event, young hunters once took down 130 wild boars weighing over 18,000 pounds in total, a feat celebrated across the region. But this isn't mere sport. Boars in Arabia are destroying irrigation systems and grazing lands, threatening goat and sheep farms vital to local communities. With female boars birthing up to 12 piglets 2 to 3 times a year, the threat multiplies faster than it can be controlled. Licensed hunters use FN Scar rifles and Saluki dogs, swift, graceful hunters that chase boars from cover, driving them straight into the crosshairs. These hunts are tightly regulated. Only licensed individuals can participate, and only in approved zones. Still, the challenge remains immense. The terrain unforgiving, the prey unpredictable. One wrong move can turn the hunter into the hunted. In Georgia, the war continues under a moonlit sky. Here, night vision and thermal scopes illuminate the forests, revealing glowing silhouettes of wild hogs moving through the brush. Drones hover overhead, mapping their routes and guiding hunters below. Yet technology has limits. Batteries die, signals fade. In those moments, instinct takes over. One Georgia farmer recalls facing a 400-pound boar charging toward his crops, with his thermal scope flickering and the drone feed failing. steadied his Remington 700 and fired just as the beast neared the fence line. That shot saved his season and possibly his life. Helicopter hunting is also legal in Georgia under special permits. Hunters soar above farmlands in Bell 206, using Winchester rifles equipped with Leopold scopes to target fast-moving hogs from the air. It's efficient but costly, fuel-intensive and dangerous, yet sometimes the only way to reclaim farmland from ruin. And finally, far away from the heat of the South, the story shifts to the cold, wild frontier of Alaska's Kodiak Island. Here, the focus is not on feral hogs, but on another formidable creature, the Kodiak brown bear. Towering forests, icy rivers, and crashing waves define this rugged land. For centuries, the Alutiiq people revered the bear as a symbol of strength and balance. Today, hunters come from across the world, drawn by tales of 10-foot giants and the ultimate test of skill. But hunting here isn't about conquest, it's about respect. The Kodiak bear, fueled by salmon runs and wild berries, embodies nature's raw power. Each hunt demands patience, precision, and reverence for the creature and the land itself. Every step in Kodiak is a reminder that humanity's place in nature is fragile. Whether it's wild boars in Florida or brown bears in Alaska, the message is the same. Balance must be restored, but never through arrogance, only through understanding, respect, and responsibility. So, what do you think? Are we doing enough to stop these invasive species and protect our world's ecosystems? Drop your thoughts in the comments, share your ideas, and let's find better solutions together. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey across the wild, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, stay safe, stay wild, and keep exploring.